If you're considering getting into healthcare analytics or you're already in the field but want to explore your job options, some of the biggest questions that you're probably facing is which field is the best for work-life balance and for career growth. Maybe you've heard of hospital finance, clinical research, or insurance analytics, but today I'm going to talk about a niche that you might not know about, and I'll share my personal insights from my own experience working in here in this lesser known area of healthcare analytics, one that has stability, impact, and a surprising work-life balance and higher salaries on average. Hey everyone, I'm Jeff. For the last 15 years, I've worked in healthcare, got my first job as a data analyst over 13 years ago, and worked my way up from my current position as a business analyst consultant at United Health Group, a Fortune 4 company, and I work on the OptumRx business segment. And this is the unique niche that I work for in the field of pharmacy benefit management, also known as PBM. And I'm going to share what makes this a hidden gem that most people don't actually know about, and I'll cover the insights of my own journey to help you decide if this is something that you want to look into. One of the best parts about working for PBM for me has been the work-life balance. Right now, I work a 4-10 schedule, which means I work only 4 days a week, 10-hour shifts, and I have a day off, which I'm taking in the middle of the week. Also, I'm fully remote and rarely exceed a 40-hour week, barely any overtime, only when there's critical issues, and they're rare at that. However, work-life balance varies depending by your company, your department, and by your manager. So always double check the specifics when you're interviewing for a role. So typically there's going to be a few distinctions as well. There's going to be roles on the business side and also the IT side, which is going to be the more technical roles. So let me go over the business side. Typically, roles on the business healthcare side of a PBM offer better work-life balance. However, some business side roles such as which is utilization management, PA, prior auth, customer service, client management, just to name a few, often experience higher workloads due to quick turnaround times, the nature of the clients that you're serving, and also the urgency of the turnaround on your task. Because of their tight deadlines and regulatory compliance, roles, for example, can have intense workload and often challenges with work-life balance. It just means the friends that I know and coworkers that I know that work on usually work longer hours and are more stressed out. And then let's contrast this with roles on the IT side of healthcare analytics, which can face unpredictable hours, on-call demands, as they're usually responsible for resolving urgent technical issues on business critical systems as they come up. Work-life balance in these roles can depend heavily on the tools, the systems, and the specific business needs that you'll end up supporting. For me, within PBM, I work on the formula operations side, known as formula management, on the analytics team at OptumRx. This is a unique subsection of being on the business side, but being able to have my technical skills, which makes me more valuable and actually serves a unique niche for me. So basically, I get to develop tools, use data analytics skills, data science skills, but I'm on the business side, so they're not as technical as if I were to work on the IT side, but I'm not supporting business critical tools, at least on a 24/7 schedule if they were to go down. I get the best of both worlds where I still get to be technical and bring that technical skill set to a business role, but get the higher pay of the business side with less stress. Or less stress in handling technical stuff, but there's more stress in being part of the business decisions and all of that in what that entails. And then talking more about the formula operations side itself has a wide variety of roles and departments. For me, I support the Medicare Part D side, which is an area within Medicare that covers prescription drugs and is highly regulated by the government. So my focus right now is developing tools, reporting systems that enhance data analytics to help with overall data accuracy for like submissions and business processes, because if we mess up on any of our accuracy, it could mean a loss of millions of dollars. It means that any mistakes are high leverage, and also has to deal with pharmacy data, and pharmacy industry in general pays higher. Although my work stays relatively stable, it's due to me establishing processes and tools and understanding the data a lot better. But some of our business analysts who handle the annual Part D submissions, which is highly regulated and is what determines what is approved by the government for what we can cover on our prescription drug list. For basically, it's the benefits of what you can get on your prescriptions and what is covered by your plan. Because of this, and because it has to handle with Medicare, these are stringent periods and the deadlines are tight. So there is a lot of pressure to meet these tight deadlines. So the work-life balance can greatly shift, to put it nicely, and can shift temporarily depending on where we are in that submission. So if you are in a PBM and you're working directly in a department that is highly regulated under strict deadlines, it could be a worse work-life balance. And what this also means is that when you're new and you're getting used to the acronyms, the timelines, the regulations, and the unique details of the data, it's going to be a lot and overwhelming in the beginning, but it does get easier once you get familiar with everything that has to deal with PBM and the data that you're manipulating and that you're working with. So in the very beginning, your work-life balance could be skewed because you're trying to get used to everything. But once you get used to everything, just like anything, it gets easier and your work-life balance becomes better. Now, on the financial side of things, working at a PBM can be very rewarding because salaries are just higher in general just because it has to do with pharmacy. And as we know, the pharmacy industry is very lucrative and it's a very niche field, especially the fact that you'll be working with a lot of pharmacists and pharmacists as a whole are getting paid more. So when you can save their time, just think of it, they're getting paid around 110 to 130, 140, 150 annually. That means that 1 hour of time savings for just one pharmacist is a lot. So then if you can do that with a whole department of various pharmacists and bring your technical skills, your automation, you'll be generating a lot back to the bottom line of the company. And it's directly attributed because you'll be working with higher paid employees. So naturally, salaries are going to be higher inside this niche. For me specifically, I get paid over 6 figures with a 5-figure performance-based bonus, depending on the results that I can deliver to our company and our department. So this path does offer both stability with financial incentives. And then another aspect that I appreciate about working for a PBM is career growth. At least in my experience, is that I started out as a business analyst about 10 years ago, and then I've moved up since then, moving through the roles to senior business analyst to a business analyst consultant, along with multiple raises outside the standard annual increases that happen at the end of the year. So it's been nice and I've been on a nice track. And working for United, they've treated me well and they've valued me as an employee. So this is one of the reasons why I've stayed with the company. And even now, I still find myself with a lot of career growth potential. I find myself at the crossroads. What I could do is just stay at my role and aim for my next promotion as a consultant, which would be the associate director position on the management track. Or I could just upskill further and head into data science more and transition towards a data scientist role within the company, or asked to create the role within my current team. So it's flexible, and what's nice is there is growth and the department wants to see you succeed. Another thing that I love about working for a big company like United Health Group is that because it's such a large company with over 440,000 employees, there's going to be plenty of roles available across various departments that if I'm interested in a different field or a different role that I qualify for, I could transition there as well. But right now, I'm genuinely happy with my current role. I work with fantastic workers, I have a supportive manager, and I really respect my senior director and upper management for the department and segment that we're in. If you're able to get into a PBM role, I highly suggest it, but always double check what your expected workload is going to be, how tight your deadlines are going to be, and what the expectations are going to be for working overtime, so you can get a better idea of what your work-life balance is going to be. Now, that's my personal experience working at a PBM. The next question is, how do you actually get experience when you're just first starting out? I created a video on becoming a data analyst with no prior experience to help you get started, so watch that next.